The Paititi Institute for the Preservation of the Environment and Indigenous Culture is devoted to the integration of indigenous wisdom into everyday life. We serve as an intercultural bridge supporting individuals and communities to live as activated, responsible, and joyful human beings in harmony with both inner and outer landscapes.
Paititi is a Quechua name that represents an enlightened realm manifested through the awakening of our shared human heart. Through the awakened spirit of individual comes the greatest potential for the transformation of the planet. Paititi Institute is dedicated to creating a harmonious equilibrium in many facets of human life, including conservation and restoration of natural resources, permaculture and natural farming practices, sustainable community living, natural healing modalities, and ways to approach serious health conditions that affect people from around the world, preservation and integration of indigenous wisdom, and cognitive evolutionary practices.
Through all of these approaches, we ask the question, how do we embody our highest potential and live as a species in harmony with each other and this planet? How can we make it work on Earth?
Through the last 12 years of working deeply with indigenous communities, their cultural heritage and wisdom, we have identified 3 key aspects that can directly impact our global culture and society in very effective, beneficial ways. First, stewardship and eco-regenerative living, which includes preservation of natural resources and restoration of degraded landscapes, as well as permaculture and natural farming techniques to create food forests and abundant gardens which sustain a healthy community. Second, natural healing and disease prevention, which involves utilizing indigenous medicine practices and natural healing modalities from around the world. From our experience, this approach of healing sicknesses and diseases is an effective and supportive way that can target the root of the conditions and eliminate them at their source. Third, intentional community and personal transformation, allowing individuals to unravel their deepest purpose to share together in a complementary and humble way. At the same time, resolve conflicts that inevitably arise in every community and transform them into creative friction that contributes to its growth.
Our land-based community in Peru is a sanctuary in which we embody all of these aspects as a holistic model for the world. In the past 3 years, we have been the caretakers of 100 acres of land in the Peruvian Amazon rainforest, where we have successfully implemented permaculture techniques and remaining wisdom of the Amazonian ancestors to restore degraded land. This includes creating fertile soil, introducing healthy, nutritious vegetables, and growing an abundant food forest. In addition, we have also implemented infrastructure for sanitary living in our own as well as surrounding communities, proper composting toilets, water flow, rainwater catchment, and natural water filtration systems. For the last 9 years, we have worked with thousands of patients from the surrounding Native communities and the global population in healing from common health conditions our world is currently plagued with, including diabetes, cancer, HIV, Crohn's, Parkinson, and many more. The unique approach of our healing center targets both physiological and psychosomatic sources of health conditions in order to resolve the sickness at its root. We implement both on-site and distance healing approaches to work with patients through nutritional and dietary guidelines, medicinal plants, and lifestyle changes. We mainly utilize Ando-Amazonian shamanic traditions of medicinal plant and energetic restoration that are supported by modalities from around the world, such as Oriental medicine, Qigong, yoga, meditation, cathartic breathwork, psychosomatic transpersonal dream work, as well as emotional and trauma purificational practices. Our institute integrates indigenous ceremonies from the Amazon and Andes that relate to the rites of passage into the stages of maturation and evolution of human consciousness on the personal and community levels of development. We also integrate the living transmission lineage of Tibetan wisdom that relates to humanity's true nature and the tools for how to recognize it. At the Paititi Institute, we work with embodying authentic community, integrating indigenous wisdom as well as modern techniques of nonviolent communication, holacracy, consensus, and other decision-making models.
While cultivating our current center, the land surrounding us have been systematically deforested, which is directly linked to the present outbreak of malaria in our region. Because of the outbreak of malaria, we can no longer bring patients with compromised immune systems or encourage our community to grow and raise families at our current location. We see this situation as a call from Mother Nature for us to conserve larger territories of land where we can maintain the ecological balance and prevent the invasion of loggers, gold diggers, miners, and industrial farmers that are beginning to invade deeper into the virgin rainforest areas as we speak. The Amazon rainforest is the lungs of the earth, as well as a living library and pharmacopoeia of Mother Nature, while the indigenous people are her wisdom carriers. If the library of Mother Nature is no longer there, the indigenous people and all of their wisdom would not survive, nor would they be able to contribute their knowledge to help the rest of the world. And if the indigenous culture is no longer intact, then the medicinal plants in the rainforest will no longer be accessible. Through the personal awakening of the individual spirit and the engagement of this most precious pool of resource, the body and spirit of the planet can be healed as well. We are currently on a mission to acquire 2,000 acres of land, which contain about 1,500 acres of virgin rainforest in a key watershed region of the Amazon, that are otherwise destined to be destroyed. The new land will be a base for our community and a natural healing center, where we will continue the permaculture and environmental restoration work. In conjunction, we will be continuing to implement the infrastructure of our current 100-acre center as an environmental school for local children.
By amplifying this example of conscious living, we continue to sustain a ripple effect, demonstrating what is possible for humanity and future generations. We are asking for everyone who is inspired by this collective vision to contribute what you have, be it small or large, and make a difference in the world. With a relatively small amount of resources, we can transform the lives of many. So how do we sustain life on this planet?
We utilize the planetary wisdom of humanity to become fully conscious, responsible human beings, embracing our shared heart. Thank you for your support to grow Paititi. Urpiyai Sonkoyai.